Most people we know has a personal goal, large or small. But what if your goal is to score good in an exam that can almost determine the entire rest of your life? Hold your memes, because today we're talking about the Chinese test prep system. Test prep system is an educational system that, from elementary to middle to high school, prepare all students for a national required exam known as a 高考. No idea what a 高考 is? Here you go. Yeah, that's basically what it is. We're down here. Not so fast. Let's talk about what exactly is the 高考. In China, we have 3 years of middle high school each. 高考, or National College Entry Exam, NCEE, is the required test for all 12th graders. It lasts a total of 9 hours during a 3-day period from June 7th to 9th. Required subjects usually include Chinese literature, math, and sometimes English, depending on the province. In my province, Jiangsu, English is a mandatory class and therefore is on the NCE exam. You might be thinking, only 3 exams, why would that take 9 hours? Aside from 3 requirements, each student must take one of the 2, either 文综, social science-oriented area, or 理综, which focus on nature science. If you take the first one, there are additional tests of history, geography, and politics, and the second option, however, has tests on physics, chemistry, and biology. The importance of this test is it determines your college, which will eventually have a direct influence on your diploma and your future job, much like a lot of your life. Taking 文综 or 理综 will automatically choose your major, even before you're accepted by a college. After entry, changing major in university is almost impossible. The grade you get in the NCEE puts you on a grade curve where each college has its place on. If your score is lower than your preferred college's place on the curve, you're immediately rejected from the college. This system sounds pretty familiar. Have you ever seen it elsewhere? Absolutely. Let's go back in time for 1,400 years to Sui Dynasty in 605 CE. This is Sui Wendi. His real name is Yang Jian, but Sui Wendi, which means Scholar Empire of Sui Dynasty, sounded cooler, I guess. He is the one that established the Keju system to choose eligible people to work in his government. The Keju system gives all males in China an equal chance to work for the government and improve their social stand. It was very popular during that time. Keju has 2 parallel exam systems, 文举 for scholar officials and 武举 for the ones who want to join the army. The Keju test is actually made up by 3 different tests, and you can only advance into the next one if you score top places in the previous. Those 3 tests are 乡试, county exam, 会试, province exam, and 殿试, which is the final evolution by Emperor himself. In 殿试, which is the one that really determines your place in the government, first place is called 状元, second 榜眼, and third 探花. If you're one of the 3, then congratulations, you're officially hired by the emperor. As I mentioned, Keju pleased a lot of knowledgeable people from the poor families, and during the 1,300 years that it survived in China, becoming 状元is the average house dream. Let's skip the years between and go to the special date, September 2nd, 1905. There was a Boxer Rebellion, 100-day reform, and the 2 leading figures, Liang Qichao and Kang Youwei. The 2 convinced the Empire of Qing to abolish the existing Keju system and model a new one after Western education. Wait, so the Keju test evolved into test prep system? They're not directly connected, but the general structure of the 2 systems are basically the same. In 1952, Chairman Mao was not happy about the Western education model and established national matriculation test policies, or the first 高考. However, in July 1966, Mao started the Cultural Revolution and down to the countryside movement under the pressure of criticism towards NMTP, so 高考 was lagged for about 10 years. In 1977, Mao's successor, Deng Xiaoping, returned the 高考 to China, and it has been in there since then. Okay, the system sounds legit, so what's one of the many problems there is? Like everything else, cheaters. As far as 1,000 years ago in the Kejut system, people are trying different ways to obtain the questions or answers to the exams. Although a portal won't grant you the sweet answer key, people has been trying different methods to cheat in the Gaokao, such as using radio device, mini computers, and smartwatches or glasses. But teachers' code evolved too, with metal detectors, photo ID verifications, and even drones to surveillance the area. The policies nowadays also give you 7 years behind the bars if you cheat. So what is happening in the world? After a bunch of research, I found this. It seems to me that CCSS is a pretty polarized topic here, especially after reading this article by CNN. Here's a quote that I found really interesting. For one thing, more parents and educators are upset over all the tests students now have to take. Teachers are concerned about the negative impact of teaching to the test. It might look like a pure complaint, but this sentence is real concern. Teaching to the test. Towards this topic, two divergent branches emerged, the pros and antis, obviously. The pro-test prep system personnel in China are mainly composed by parents, wishing their kids to accomplish something that they might not be able to, such as getting into what the public thinks is a good college. They believe that the test prep system can set up a common standard across the country, gives the student a higher chance of getting into good college, offer the same educational resource and opportunity to all, and can benefit teachers because they can know how to prepare students according to college requirements. However, the ones who oppose the test prep system claim that the students will be too test-driven that a healthy competition between classmates will disappear. Moore believes the test prep system will lead to the loss of critical thinking skills, creativity, career, and life skills. Moreover, sometimes the school, trying to have more students into good college, will provide above-the-grade materials and extra stress on the students. We'll end this video by my personal view on test prep system. Since either abolishing the system or keeping the system will always display a group or two, no action has been taken now and it's uncertain how it will develop. However, after 8 years studying in China, I have been seeing cases of stress all around me. It's not a surprise for anyone to see the news of suicide high school students due to the pressure of schoolwork. I think that students are not supposed to study for a test, but actually learning, thinking, or life skills in the process. A change should be made in Chinese test prep system, but how to see it is very vague. Thanks for joining us in this video today. Be confident in your finals and have a great summer.